December 3rd, 2025, Building and Zoning Appeals meeting. I'll move on to 2, Pledge of Allegiance. Let's all stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, number 3, roll call.
Drago Popovich is absent. Rudy Bambick.
Here.
Nico Vlahos.
Here.
John Gill.
Here.
Chris Griesbaum.
Here.
Bill Manasopoulos.
Here.
Adam Decker.
Here.
And Ashley Abernathy present.
All right, number 4, A, October 1st, 2025, meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the October 1st, 2025 meeting minutes as posted.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion unanimously passes. All right, let's move on to 5, public hearings. A, 2025-22 for Solstice Coffee, a special exception request from STJMC 24-45 to operate a restaurant with a drive-through in the US 41 Overlay District, located at 8126 Wicker Avenue, Zone C2 in US 41 Overlay District. George Gutierrez II is the owner, Adam Sworden is the agent, and McMahon Engineering is the engineering firm.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Attorney Adam Sworden, Sworden Law PC, here with my client, Mr. Gutierrez. And as you stated, McMahon is the engineer on the project. So you guys are probably familiar with this location. This is the current Solstice Cafe that's in operation. And so what they're looking at doing is coming in and adding a drive-through at this location, and because of the way that the zoning ordinance works, it just requires this process as part of the special exception. I know that early on when we were having the discussion about adding this in here and changing a bit of the circulation and restriping and parking configuration, because the site is currently somewhat set up for that. We had a conversation with staff, with Ashley, going through and making sure that all the other typical things for a drive-through at this location along the busy US 41 corridor would work. And so we've kind of come up with a design here, and I think we got McMahon got a few comments back on some of the parking configuration, which those changes were made. And unless you guys have some specific questions related to programming of the site, this is pretty straightforward request and application for the business at this location.
So the restaurant by use by itself is an allowable use. What triggers a special exception is we don't allow for a drive-through to be operated without that special exception being granted in the C2 or the US 41 Overlay District. So because they're seeking on adding in a drive-through to this location, that's what's triggering them coming in front of the board. What you're kind of seeing here is what their plans are for the remodel of the building, and it's located on that building north of Ziggy's Funland, the old Rosebud Produce building there.
So is there a drawing how the drive-through will work with the existing storage facility and Ziggy's next door?
Yes, I'm trying to find it in here. Sorry. Sorry. My apologies. I forgot to pull it open. So this is kind of how it's currently laid out, and this is what they are proposing. So they're going to not be anywhere near that, and then they're going to have a through lane. So they're still going to be a good ways away from the Ziggy's.
Now, is there still living quarters above in the rear of that place?
I believe they're proposing to turn that into an office.
Yes, correct. Yeah, there'll be offices.
Is it currently? Okay. So there's no tenants there or anyone living there that would have to walk out into the drive-through?
Oh, no,
No.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be offices upstairs.
I just asked, I know when it was Rosebud, the owner of Rosebud, Ken, he used to live above it back there. Yeah.
The first live work unit.
Did,
Yeah, no, that's been long gone, so I think the only other thing as it pertains to the fact that they're making modifications to the building, now obviously they had to submit downstate. We had started that process. They got everything back. There was one change. They were requesting one additional toilet facility for the main space on the first floor. They have plenty of room to accommodate that. So other than that, the state has essentially approved everything as it sits before you today as designed with that drive-through configuration.
My only other question is, where's the gate exactly for the storage facility?
Oh, for the access? So to the north, Ashley, if you can maybe scroll.
I think isn't that the line with the X's on there with
Yeah.
the double
So-
line would be the sliding gate?
Yeah, so that, you see that long building on the north side, there's that line that has the X's, that's actually the fencing, and the gate is to the east of that building, and so primarily your access in and out of the storage is that north curb cut.
My only question is, how will that impact people getting in and out of storage if that drive-through lane stacks up like Starbucks or Dunkin's happen to?
I mean,
Or
they-
then the tenants or people that would have trouble with trailers or something like that getting in and out of that gate with that drive-through lane.
The drive-through or the through lane?
You understand, so even though it's a
Yeah.
drive-through, it's a single lane, so if somebody's coming into that storage facility with a trailer or something of that nature, that could hinder them getting out.
But I think the
or-
gate's on the east side
Yeah,
between
the
the
gate's on
building
the
and.
front
Okay, I thought
here.
you said it was right here by
yeah,
this
if I
double
may, if I
line.
may point out the gate on the screen here, there's a gate right on that side, and there's another gate over here that we're going to adjust to make sure that there's plenty of entry and exit way without encroaching into the property.
Okay, so they will not be leaving the storage facility in that through lane.
It looks like that north curb cut's just for the storage use.
It's been a while since I've been over there. I know the gate
Yeah, I haven't
used to
really
be on the side
looked
over
at it,
there,
yeah.
where that through lane. I used to have units back there, that's why I
Yeah.
asked.
Yep.
Yeah, the way that currently is somewhat configured, and I don't know that I would even be comfortable with a tight turning radius, even trying to go south there with the way that he's got this laid out. You'd have to be pretty skilled with a tight turning radius of a truck with any kind of trailer to get through there.
You understand what I'm saying, Adam?
Yeah.
So there's no gate facing south currently?
No, there's not.
Okay. It's the only questions I have. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, at this time, we'll open the floor to public comment. Looks like we have no public comment.
So with this being a special exception, it would require a recommendation to the town council, either in the way of favorable, unfavorable, or no recommendation.
I'll make a motion to send a favorable recommendation to the town council for the special exception for Solstice Coffee, reference the findings of fact.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Everyone in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Favorable recommendation passes 4-0.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to B, 2025-24, O'Brien. The developmental variance request from STJMC 24-125D3 to allow for the construction of a garage addition that will be located 5 feet from the northern property line, requesting a variance of 3 feet from the 8-foot side yard setback located at 8700 Primrose Drive. It is zoned R2, and Brian O'Brien is the owner.
Yes, sir. I'm Brian O'Brien. I'm requesting that I be allowed to move the garage outside north wall, 3 feet into the property easement, between myself and the next door neighbor's fence. This would be a structure added to the existing structure. The the space that I'm asking for wouldn't impede any gates or anything on that side to my neighbor. And it also, there would be no man door or any entrance or exit on that north wall. It would be garage door on the front and man door on the rear. As far as anything else, the extension being that it would extend and butt up against the kitchen wall, there would be a firewall put there, and there would be a pass-through with a header between the existing garage and the new structure.
Do you have a Google Earth, Ashley, of the lot?
So this is a more or less current overview of the lot and what's in the area. He is a corner lot, and when they built the house back at, I want to say, and I looked at the auditor's list, it was 90s, early 2000s, they built it up to that 20-foot building setback line that was platted with this section of Sun Meadows, leaving about a 25-foot approximately setback between them and the northern boundary. An R2 requires 8. So with him wanting to add a 20-foot garage addition going to the north, that's where the 5-foot comes from. Wanting it to be 5 foot in the 3-foot request.
Any remonstrance letters?
Nothing received.
Nothing?
Okay.
I have no questions. You guys?
No.
I'd open it to public comment, but I can see there'll be none.
Just for record purposes, would you mind at least opening it for public hearing?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. O'Brien, at this time, I'm going to open the floor to public comment. And at this time, I will close the floor to public comment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No problem.
If there's no further discussion or consideration from the board, this is a board decision, so it would either be an approval or denial from the board.
I have no further questions or problems.
No, neither
with
do I.
this one, is it? No.
Mr. Chair, I would recommend with the motion that there be the reading of the specific findings for a approval or non-approval of the requested developmental variance.
Make a motion to grant the side yard setback variance for Brian O'Brien. Approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare of the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. That the strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You. All right, this time we'll move to number 6, new and old business.
I would just like to wish everybody a wonderful holiday season and hopefully see most of you back in our 2026 year. Our first meeting will be January 7th, I believe, but let me double check my calendar. Yeah. Yes, it would be January 7th, same time of 6 p.m.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you. Ashley, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, we'll move on to 7, public comment. Bertie, do you have any public comment?
No, I'm good for right now.
All right. December 3rd's meeting.